Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So, before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, man. Carlton got me Carlton got me dying laughing already, man. That's hilarious. Man, I was laughing so hard. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard during the intro, man. I was cracking up laughing, man. I was trying to stop. I was trying to stop laughing by the time the intro started, man, but I couldn't stop. Man, I couldn't stop laughing. Oh man, that is hilarious. Man, that shit is hilarious because it's true, man. Real quick, shout out to everybody, man. I hope that you guys can hear me okay. I hope that y'all having a good night. It's late as hell. Shout out to everybody that's in this bad boy, man. If y'all can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. If y'all cannot hear me, then give me a thumbs down and I'll try to work on it. Or if it sounds kind of weird, if the right mic ain't connected or whatever, let me know, all right? Shout out to Jesse in the building. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to my man Ali 8100. Shout out to Carla Locker. Shout out to my man Mr. Knock. What's good with it, bro? We got Maggie in the building. We got Denise Scales in the building. Shout out to Denise. We got Carlton Crazy Ass in the house. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got up in here? That's it. So shout out to everybody that's in the building. That's what's up, man. Good to see everybody. Damn, man. Carlton had me dying. Shout out to J Cage. That is hilarious, man, because they were, man, they all they needed was like some of that old school whistle sound, the whistle blowing, you know what I'm saying, and like the piano music, and it would have been it. That would have been a silent motion film, you know what I'm saying, with them running down the street like that, bro. that should look like Tom and Jerry, or you know what I'm saying, the Wile E. Coyote and the Road Runner, bro. I'm dying laughing because that's exactly the case. So we got a lot of questions to ask right now when it comes to like the content creation space, right? Talking about manosphere and stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of people like that are really upset that there's content creators that talk about issues that are specifically for men, right? But no one really cares that women have all kinds of media spaces where female issues can be talked about, right? And there's a convergence between male issues and female issues, right? Like these are things that actually occur. You know what I'm saying? And there's all different kinds of ways that you can talk about all this kind of stuff. But there's a whole contingent, and this contingent mainly exists on YouTube, where you have female, male voices who do not feel that it's relevant for men to talk amongst themselves or even amongst women who are interested in engaging in the conversation about relationship dynamics, because these individuals have decreed. They've made the declaration, they've made the decree, they took out their fountain pen with the feather on the end and signed it and said that these kind of conversations have absolutely no value and no place, and how dare you talk about it? You better not talk about it, because this doesn't have anything to do with business. Now, here's my question. I disagree. This absolutely has to do with business. Do y'all think that if Jonathan Majors was not blue pilled, that he might not be in this situation where he was, dealing with a psycho chick that he thought that he was going to change? Because that's exactly what happened. I'm going to tell you something, man, just from being out there, you know what I'm saying, being out in the world. And shout out to my dudes that's in the building. This is no offense to any of the women in here, but look at what's her name? Grace Jabari. I think that's the woman's name that Jonathan Majors was with. You can't tell that Grace Jabari is a drinker. You can't tell that Grace Jabari does drugs. You can't tell that Grace Jabari is one of them chicks that kicks it. You can't tell. You can't look at her and tell that that's what she's on. Shout out to my man James Hudson. I don't know if I said what's good to you, and shout out to my man Jay Cage. How many of y'all can look at Grace Jabari and be like, "Yo, she wild"? You can just look and tell. Now, people will sit there and say, "Oh, you're not supposed to stereotype, and you're not supposed to do this, and you're not supposed to do that." People been looking and stereotyping and talking crazy to us ever since we came in contact with other people. You absolutely can stereotype. It's perfectly okay for people to stereotype us, but it's not okay for us to stereotype. I disagree. You know what I'm saying? And I stereotype. I practice stereotypes. And I'm willing to go back on the stereotype. If somebody doesn't satisfy my stereotype, I'm willing to say I was wrong about you. But I still hold that stereotype as a security mechanism to make sure that I stay as safe as I can possibly be. Yeah, shout out to James. James says you could tell she's a coke fiend. Yeah, she one of them type of chicks that goes to the bathroom like, yo, let me powder my nose real quick. And you know what she's talking about. You can look at her and tell this. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Women like that have a particular kind of look to them, a particular kind of dynamic. If you ask me, for real, she's a lot like that Courtney Clenny chick that deleted that Christopher Obumselli individual. She has that look to her. You know what I'm saying? And people ain't gonna like hearing this, but that kind of look, it goes beyond being just a white woman. Because party girls come in all different varieties. But a lot of what party girls have in common is if you move with them the wrong way, they're going to screw your business up. But now there's a whole contingent of content creators on YouTube that sit there and say, there's no need to talk about this kind of stuff. What you need to talk about is your business. If you're missing out on multiple contracts for getting Hollywood, Disney movies, you're not going to be in these, subsequent series of movies where you're playing a supervillain, where you're playing Kang, and you're losing out on millions of dollars. If you had the right kind of guidance, if you had the right kind of understanding about this kind of individual, don't you all think that would have done something that would have helped? And shout out to the people on Twitter, man. I didn't know that they even made it where Twitter comments show up now on StreamYards, but they do apparently. So shout out to the people over on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Grace Jabari looks like a party girl, and from the live videos and recordings, she presents like one too. Now, why am I saying that? Why is that so important? How many people heard the leaked release of what Jonathan Majors said about her? If you guys heard the leaked releases of what Jonathan Majors said about her, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you guys didn't hear about what he said, then give me a thumbs down, because there's a bunch of stuff that came out. You know what I'm saying? They got the videos of them running down the street. You know what I'm saying? Then they got the phone call that came out, which that phone call was wildly blue pilled. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says, I have a coworker now that goes through her drunk calling and crying periods right now, and she smells like alcohol at work, knowing we drive for a living. She probably is a functional alcoholic, which is very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? She's probably a functional alcoholic, which is an extremely dangerous and extremely volatile situation. And now, again, these kind of things, right? Being a functional alcoholic, being a party animal, these are not restricted to just women, right? There's men who are problematic. There's men who are party animals. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that a woman can look at and be like, this dude ain't nothing but trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about this from the perspective of a male. You know what I'm saying? So if you're listening and you're a woman, just reverse male and female in your head. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Majors had expectations for this woman that he should not have had. His expectations should have been fun and done. Why he expected anything beyond just trouble is beyond me. And I agree, James. I agree 100%. If you guys agree with James, give me a thumbs up. James says, I'm very skeptical about the Jonathan Majors verdict. All white jury, only one black juror. They may convict him. I agree. And that's not a jury of his peers, is it? You know, in the United States, in the alleged system of justice, the system of injustice, you're supposed to have a jury of your peers. That's not a jury of your peers. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to listen to this leaked audio. Now, all right, they're going to make it as if Jonathan Majors, because of there's an interracial dynamic here, right? So you have that to take in consideration, because there's a lot of people that just want to act like that has nothing to do with anything. And it absolutely does. It has a lot to do with everything, right? There's an interracial element here, which means that because you got a black dude involved, right? The media is going to do everything to attempt to stereotype Jonathan Majors, and they're going to do everything they can to make it look like Party Animal is the victim. Bro, J. Cage about to have me dying laughing harder than Carlton had me dying laughing. J. Cage said my man was running like a scene off of Get Out. Bro, that's that. Man, listen, bro. They was somebody go eventually remix that and put some sounds to it, and it's gonna be hilarious. Shout out to Denise. Denise said, happily, peacefully single. Thank goodness I don't deal with relationship with men anymore. My peace of mind is priceless. Yo, I am not mad at you, Denise. I'm not mad at it. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people will hear a woman say something like that and they'll be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, blah, blah. I get it, man. I look at these kind of situations as normal people dealing with the psychos of the dating market. You know what I'm saying? And some people just be like, yo, I'm done. I'm not even doing this no more. And I completely get it. I completely get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think Jonathan Majors, you know, and again, I'm not, I want to make sure that I make this clear. I'm not attempting to berate Jonathan Majors, right? And I believe that Jonathan Majors is innocent. What we're looking at here is the fact that there's a cult on YouTube and other places on social media that does not believe that males should be allowed guidance on how to deal with these kind of situations, because they have made the decree that dealings with women have no bearing on your finances or on your assets. And that's what you need to be concentrated on, is on your finances and on your assets. Now, let me ask you a question. When it comes to marriage, does marriage not change your tax status, which can also change how many assets you're able to have? Your tax status allows you to claim certain statuses for taxation and allows you to maintain more or less money, which means that it has an impact on your liquidity, correct? If that's correct, then give me a thumbs up. If it's not, then give me a thumbs down. Marriage directly impacts your financial abilities and your financial holdings. Marriage also increases the chances of having a family. Having a family definitely impacts your finances. It also impacts the things that you may need. So why somebody would say how dealings with women does not affect your finances, your resources is beyond me. But that's what's being said. Okay? And here's a case that debunks that completely. Now, I'm not a person that believes that every single woman has the same nature, right? I can't sit here and say that I'm a red pill person, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that every woman is the same. However, I do believe that when it comes to the particular types of individuals that certain red pill content is talking about, it's spot on. It's spot on when it talks about modern women like Grace Jabari, because Grace Jabari is a modern woman, but Grace Jabari ain't on nobody's thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? How come Grace Jabari ain't on nobody's thumbnail? She on mine. But how come she's not on anybody's thumbnail? That's my question. Why is she not on anybody's thumbnail? I'm so not mad at you, Denise. I'm so not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. You know what I'm saying? Not mad at it at all. Now, let me ask y'all this question. If you picked up a handful of dirt and you went to the store and tried to purchase something with that dirt, what would happen? That's my question. What would happen? Would you be allowed to purchase something with that dirt, or would the people that's doing the transaction look at you like you're insane? They would probably look at you like you're insane. And, and the reason why they would look at you like you're insane is because you're trying to exchange something that does not have the amount of value that what you're trying to purchase has. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to James Hudson. I didn't even know about this. How many of y'all knew about this? James Hudson said, look what's going on with Michael B. Jordan. Now, all of a sudden, LAPD is saying that they're opening an investigation on him. Jonathan Creed co-star. You know what I'm saying? Now, why am I saying that Jonathan Majors is blue pill? First of all, I want to ask y'all this question, right? How many of y'all think that Jonathan Majors is blue pill? He might not be blue pill to the extent that Destiny is. Actually, I think he is. But I'm gonna explain why, and it's perfectly okay if you disagree. But Jonathan Majors is very blue pill. If y'all think that Jonathan Majors is blue pill, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't think that Jonathan Majors is blue pill, give me a thumbs down. And if you don't think that he's blue pill, it's perfectly okay. Like I said, this is not the stream where you need to agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, you'll get timed out. Like that's not the kind of party that we have over here. If you don't agree, that's perfectly fine. The only thing that I ask is if you don't agree, just explain why you don't agree. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because I need to know, you know what I'm saying, what to respond to and how to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? I think Jonathan Majors is blue pilled. And I'm gonna show you why. Now, I don't agree with this title, right? I don't think Jonathan Majors berated Grace Jabari. If anything, I think Jonathan Majors berated himself with this rant. But I don't think he berated Grace Jabari. But the mainstream media, Inside Edition, has put out a video clip that says Jonathan Majors berates ex-girlfriend in recorded rant. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this, and I want to know what y'all think about this. All right, I want to know what y'all think about this.
It's a bizarre rant as actor Jonathan Majors berates his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Majors is upset that she'd gone.
Now they say that it's a bizarre rant. I think that it's a bizarre rant, but I think that it's a bizarre rant for a different reason than they think that it's a bizarre rant. Okay. And second of all, I want y'all to look at this picture of Grace Jabari. That is a party girl. You can look and tell. I don't know why Jonathan Majors would even make a party girl his girlfriend. Now, sometimes you can make a party girl your girlfriend because you don't know that the chick is a party girl. You know what I'm saying? Like she's hid it from you, right? But I'm not trying to be funny or anything, man. But Grace Jabari wears the fact that she's a party girl. She just wears it. Like you can just look and tell. She goes hard in the paint. Yeah, and psychotic. You could tell some screws loose. Denise, facts. But for somehow, some way, Jonathan Majors didn't see that, or he just ignored it. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm not sitting up here saying, oh, you should be able to just look at people and tell what they're about. No, you shouldn't be able to just look at people and tell what they're about, but you should be able to have like some sort of a gauge. You know what I'm saying? Some sort of a gauge, right? Like we gauge people, right? On the Undocumented Bros, when we say, hey, you know, this dude got a skull tattooed on his face and he's climbing over this border. I don't really know if it's going to be safe in the United States with him here or not. The facts. J. Cage, thank you. The eyes and the hair. Man, the hair says it all. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're calling this rant bizarre, right? But this rant don't sound bizarre to me. The rant is bizarre for many different reasons, but not the reasons. Yeah, she looked like a coke queen. She look, she remind me of Cameron D. What was it? Was Cameron Diaz? Was she in Pulp Fiction? She remind me of Cameron Diaz in Pulp Fiction. Or what's the old girl name? Bridget Fonda and Jackie Brown. You already know it's going down. You can look and tell. How did Jonathan Majors not notice? Yeah, it was Uma. Yeah, Uma Thurman type. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Jonathan. It's a bizarre rant as actor Jonathan Majors berates his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Majors is upset that she'd gone out partying.
Do you really go ahead? Do you really?
So they make it okay. So first and foremost, right now, this is the blue pill sympatry that the mainstream media presents. Right now, I'm gonna ask the women this question first. To the women who are watching this live stream, do you feel that you should go out and binge party while you have a husband at home? If you feel that that's normal, if you feel that that's acceptable, if you feel that there's a place for that in a relationship, give me a thumbs up. If you feel that there could be something a little bit wrong, then give me a thumbs down. And that goes for the guys too. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes shouldn't be out binge partying if they're with or if they're in a relationship. You chose the relationship. Now, am I sitting here saying that people shouldn't go out binge partying? I'm not saying that. No, if you want to party, go party. But if you chose a relationship, then that means that you chose all the parameters of a relationship, and that means being respectful to your partner. It's not respectful if you are, you know what I'm saying, out all night drinking around other dudes. Just like for a man, if you got a wife at home, it's not okay for you to be out drinking, kicking it, smoking, sniffing, snorting, whatever you do around a bunch of other chicks. Like that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, Inside Edition is literally sitting here trying to make it like, you know, how dare Jonathan Majors question her for going out partying? Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. If we're in a relationship and you out binge partying, kicking, drinking, smoking, you know what I'm saying, sniffing coke and doing all that, and you come back home like mad late, I'm gonna have a problem with it. Jonathan Majors was being nice. I'm probably not going to conduct myself the way that Jonathan Majors conduct myself. I'm going to be probably turned up. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to pay attention to how Inside Edition is saying is framing this like Jonathan Majors had no reason to question her or to act on anything, right? Now, I don't know how the men at Inside Edition get down, but if the men who work at Inside Edition are okay with their wives all over the street rocking out late night on drinking and coke binges, more power to them. And that's exactly it. Shout out to Toria. What they really wanted to say is, how dare this N-word question this delicate cauliflower about what she does. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's the same reason why, shout out to my man Grind and Motivate. That's why all them chicks and Adam 22 got mad at Saint in the Center, because Saint in the Center was on there acting like King Kong, and they didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Now, as much as they like calling us primates, didn't nobody call Saint in the Center a 800-pound gorilla? Because that's exactly what he was acting like when he was going in on them chicks and going in on going in on Adam 22. You know what I'm saying?
Do you really, okay? Do you?
So now the thing is that if he's asking her, do you really love me? Do you really love me? And he's upset and frantic like this, she's clearly already sowed seeds of doubt in his head that there may be some doubt that she loves him. Right? There's already some seeds of doubt there. Now, here go my question. Why would there be seeds of doubt?
You really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house?
Now, see, then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? Now, I'm assuming, based on this, that he didn't know that she was going to be out kicking it. He probably ain't know where she was, you know what I'm saying? Like, she probably was just whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she came home lit and was probably obnoxious while she was lit. You know what I'm saying? So now he called himself going in. How dare you come home and disturb the peace of our home when we have a plan? I'm gonna tell you something, bro. And see, this is a lot of shit that this right here. This right here is what a lot of dudes don't get. You have a plan. That don't mean that she has a plan with you. That doesn't mean that. If a woman has not shown evidence that she has a plan with you, I wouldn't refer to what you got going on as we have a plan. Because if we have a plan, then that means that she is going to be contributing to that plan. And if she's coming home drunk, disturbing the peace, messing stuff up, loud and belligerent, got y'all running up and down the street like the Flintstones, you know what I'm saying? She's not contributing to your plan. Now, look at where this situation is right now. I don't know what Jonathan Majors' plan is. I'm sure that Jonathan Majors' plan was to advance in Hollywood or, you know, whatever, right? That plan ain't happening now. So she clearly wasn't on board with any kind of plan with him, was she? The only kind of plan that she was on board with him is to ruin everything he got going on, which is what a lot of times happens when dudes get involved with a woman that doesn't have their interest in mind, which in most cases, most women don't. Most women have their interest in mind. They're with you because of their interest, not because of yours. There's not any woman that has ever gotten with a dude because that dude likes her. Women get with dudes because a woman likes that dude. If y'all mutually, you know what I'm saying? If you like her and she like you, you know what I'm saying? That's nice mutually, but she's going to get with you because she likes you. It don't have nothing to do with you. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now he's with this chick, right? We've already identified that she's a party girl. How you gonna ask a party girl, how dare you come home drunk? That's like Kanye West sitting there asking Kim Kardashian, why you so damn nasty? Are you serious, bro? Which, you know, Kanye West effectively was doing. Shout out to my man Bunker TV. And that's big facts, bro. NYC is the false domestic violence capital of the world, especially Long Island. Facts. And if you guys agree with Denise, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. These modern women are narcissistic to the nth degree. Facts. And the world has trained men to be the other kind of narcissist, empaths. Because if you ask me, empaths and narcissists are the same type of animal. They just on different spectrums. They just feed on different things. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a party girl, right? Didn't you ask the party girl, how dare you come home drunk? She came home drunk because she's a party girl. How dare she disturb the peace of the house? She disturbed the peace of the house because she's a loud, obnoxious, modern party chick, bro. And now this is the thing. Dudes need to really be able to understand how to identify problematic women like this. This is going to mess up everything that you got going on. But it's a whole contingent of people on YouTube that don't want anybody talking about this kind of stuff. But here's the question, though. I wonder if that same contingent of dudes will talk to their sons about what they should be doing as far as the birds and the bees. Don't y'all talk about this shit. Don't talk about no women. Don't talk about any of this shit. But then go home and tell their son, I'm going to tell you about the birds and the bees. I'm going to tell you how to conduct yourself, you know what I'm saying, as you get into adolescence. I thought the female conversation wasn't important. YouTube talking points will get you embarrassed in real life. YouTube talking points. Out here getting Jonathan Majors embarrassed in real life.
When we have a plan.
He then tells Jabari that she needs to emulate two iconic women.
Correct.
Look at this. The selfies, man, taking all them damn selfies. Shout out to Torian. Torian said, this is the type of woman the passport bros / male divestors tell other men to get with. Psh. And look at what those people are coming from an area of places where they claim they're supposed to be giving men advice. Advice to do what? Get done like Christopher Obumseli or get done like Jonathan Majors? How come none of them dudes teach dudes how to deal with how to identify a party girl? You know what I'm saying? Now, I guarantee you, shout out to Torian because Torian is absolutely on point with this. All them dudes that Torian is talking about, they ain't never had Grace Jabari on the thumbnail of a video. They ain't even had Courtney Clinty on the thumbnails of no videos. You know what I'm saying?
Brenda Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle.
So now here goes another fundamental issue, right? There's a lot of fundamental issues with this. The first fundamental issue is you're not going to change people. People are not going to change. People are programmed. When has anybody ever seen a computer change its programming? So this chick is a party chick. I highly doubt that Coretta Scott King was a party chick. I highly doubt that Michelle Obama was a party chick. You're telling this party chick that you want her to be somebody else. Bro, it's fried. Leave it alone. Second of all, clearly, as we all can see, which people on YouTube point out so well, she's white. You're expecting this white woman to be two black women. That's not going to happen. To me, this shit right here, and see, like, you know, people will sit here and be like, yo, you know, Jonathan Majors, you know, he dealing with this white chick or whatever, right? But the shit that's funny about this situation to me is when I see Jonathan Majors doing this shit, this is the same shit that I look at everybody else like when they're like, these people don't care about us. They don't care about what's going on with black people. Of course they don't. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Why do that got to be stated? Like, you really think that you're going to get this white chick to be Coretta Scott King? That don't even make sense. That's like her telling you she wants you to be Al Pacino or something. That's crazy. When I look at this situation, I'm sitting here looking at this like, damn, this is crazy. This is the same shit that everybody does when they say, oh, the Democrats don't care about us. They don't care nothing about black people. Of course they don't. It's a false equivalency. Why are you expecting this white lady to be a black woman? Why are you expecting racists to give a shit about us or to cooperate with us? It's the same shit. But that would have at least made more sense, Iron Will. That's what I'm saying. He should have at least told her act like Jane Elliott or something. Might have had better luck. But I don't think he would have even had better luck getting her to act like Jane Elliott. Because regardless of the fact that Jane Elliott is white and she's white, I don't think Jane Elliott is a party girl. This chick is fried. She's a party girl. She is psychotic. She is only out for the next binge. And if she can't get the binge, then she's going to act a fool and mess up whatever you got going on. And now Jonathan Majors is dealing with that in a major way. You know what I'm saying? But remember, though, there's a whole plethora of people, especially plethora of people on YouTube, that thinks that having these kind of conversations and talking about this kind of stuff has literally no value. No value, right? Let me ask you guys the question. How much money has Jonathan Majors lost in opportunity costs as a result of these fiascos with this psychopath? How much money? How many contracts? How many future deals? How many future acting gigs? How many endorsements? What's the total amount? Millions. Shout out to the Star Child. Millions. But there's no value in talking about this kind of stuff. I bet you there would have been value had Jonathan Majors not been blue-pilled. But there's no value in talking about this stuff. I don't know what kind of value scale that the people use that say that kind of stuff have. But here's a clear case that's not debunkable, which is why you don't hear any of them talking about this.
You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
No, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
The ex-girlfriend secretly recorded the argument in 2022.
Now, why was she? Now, she recorded this argument in 2022. She recorded this argument in 2022. Now, if she felt that she should have gone out, then why did she tell him that she's sorry? Because she's a liar. She's not sorry about going out. She don't feel that she shouldn't have went out. She feel like she should be able to do whatever the hell she wants to. And I mean, you can if you're not in a relationship. And that's big facts. Shout out to Denise. She was setting him up for the payback. because she didn't have no plan on being with him long term. She probably got more stuff recorded. Shout out to Maximus Royalty. What's good with it, bro? Right. Exactly. He could have told her, be like Julia Roberts, be like Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. You said like, but the thing is, even in saying that, I don't really know too much about Julia Roberts' social life or Jamie Lee Curtis' social life, but this chick here is a party girl. She can't be like any of those people. None of the women, right, that anybody named, she can't be like them. She can only be like a party girl. Now, if somebody told her, you know what I'm saying, be like the rapper Sexy Red. Now that's somebody she could be like. You know what I'm saying? Somebody told her, be like Lindsay Lohan. That she could do that. But she's not about to be able to emulate no functional woman because she's not functional. Which you got to ask yourself the question, how was Jonathan Majors not able to see that she was not functional? Facts. And we was just, before you got in here, Iron Will, we were saying that. She looked like old girl from Pulp Fiction that was doing all the coke. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture.
You ain't got to tell nobody this. Like, see, here's the problem. See, this is where the blue pill shit come in. This right here is shame, blame, and explain. This right here is SBE. I'm not about to sit here and advertise to nobody. I'm a great man. I'm doing great things. Now, I don't care what you think I'm doing. If you don't think that, I'm not about to sit there and tell you that shit. Right, exactly. Shout out to Maximus Royalty. Maximus Royalty said he could have said Anna Nicole Smith. She gets around. She's a party girl. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Old school party girl like Jenna Jameson or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me ask y'all this, to the men and to the women in here. How many of y'all petitioned to your significant other that you're a great man, that you're a great woman? I'm not about to sit here and do this shit all day. If you don't know that you got with me for these reasons, I ain't got time for it, man. Deuces. I'm not about to sit there and run a damn commercial for myself on you. You around me every day. You either know that I'm a good person or you don't. You either got respect for me or you don't. He's sitting here petitioning and shit. If you got a petition to somebody, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And why are you petitioning to somebody that ain't even doing shit? What is she doing besides getting drunk or partying or being high? Seriously? And then as far as the shit that you doing for the culture and shit, she don't care about that shit. You telling her that shit for? You playing and sympathizing and shit?
Not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in.
You're not in that position anymore, bro, because of this woman. And this is what I'm telling y'all. Jonathan Majors had said, we have a plan. We didn't have a plan, bro. You had a plan. She had a different plan. And a lot of dudes get wrapped up in this. You think that just because somebody is sitting there cosplaying a relationship with you, that person is on board with everything that you want. No, that person is on board with what you can do for them at the moment. That's what that person is on board with. That person is on board with what you can do for them at the moment. They're not on board with a plan. They have their own plan.
I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in.
The defense rested its case without calling Jonathan Majors to the stand, but the actor was seen wiping away tears as his attorney made closing arguments to the jury in which she accused the ex-girlfriend.
Now, see, again, you know, my thoughts on tears and my thoughts on crying probably are very different, and they're probably not very open-minded. I'm warning people in advance. You know what I'm saying? But the way that I grew up, crying was not encouraged. I'm put it like that. Crying was not encouraged, and crying is not something that you do often. You know what I'm saying? And crying is something that you don't do in front of a bunch of people. Yeah, they are. Facts. Shout out to Maximus Royalty. Yeah, they're gonna get him, bro. Eddie Griffin and other comedians, they're gonna clown Jonathan Major. Yeah, they're gonna go in on him. You know what I'm saying? Corey Holcomb probably gonna go in on him. You know what I'm saying? Now, shout out to Star Child. Star Child said he tried many times to get rid of her. He put her out on multiple times. Now, here goes my question. See, because I didn't know that, but how does she get back in if he put her out? And shout out to Soapbox Moments. Appreciate it. Being a like enforcer. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Also, if y'all haven't hit the bell, make sure y'all hit the bell. And if y'all not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and join the Discord. Stop crying and do some push-ups. You know what I'm saying? What's with the crying, though? Now, see, there's probably resistance on both sides, right? Because, you know, nowadays, here now, shout out to Star Child. Star Child said it's hard getting rid of a narcissist. It's actually not. It's actually not. All you have to do to stop getting rid of a narcissist is show them themselves. Now, I think what you may mean is that it's hard to change a narcissist. Now, if you're an empath and you're not willing to get on that level and show a narcissist who they are, then yes, I would agree. It would be difficult to get rid of them. But there's a specific formula to get rid of a narcissist. The first thing that you do is you cut off feeding their ego. That's like cutting off oxygen, right? You cut off feeding their ego. The second thing that you do is you stonewall them. You don't talk to them no more. And you let them know you mean business about it. And you don't fall for no more of the manipulation. You got to understand that if this person that you're dealing with is indeed a narcissist, that everything that they say is manipulation, which means that you don't let them say anything. One-way communication. You tell them what you're doing, and then you go and do it. And there's no interaction from them. That's how you deal with it. I'm out of here. You're garbage. Goodbye. Oh, but wait. Nah, but wait, nothing. I'm not listening. Now, shout out to Star Child. Star Child says, I'm an empath. That's one that empaths have a difficult time dealing with narcissists. You know what I'm saying? But Jonathan Majors, I don't think that he should cry. I don't think that a lot of dudes should cry. But again, these are just my personal beliefs. You know, it is good for people to be able to let out their emotions, and it is good for people to be able to talk and, you know, say whatever's on their mind. But like I said, you know, the way that I was brought up, crying and all that emotional stuff, that was not encouraged. It was not encouraged at all. You know what I'm saying?
Girlfriend of telling little white lies and also big lies. Anything to say about the video evidence, Jonathan? As the jury deliberates, they will consider this jaw-dropping surveillance tape where it appears Jabari is...
Now, this is where Carlton don't have no sense at. And I wasn't ready for it. They just busted out with them running like that. Now, hold on. We gotta take it back to the beginning of the stream for this. We gotta take it. We gotta take it back to the beginning of the stream for this. Hold on. Oh man. Where's Carlton's comment at? Yeah. We gotta take it back to this comment right here. Oh man, Majors and his ex were running down the street like like Danny Glover and Mel like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon.
What kind of shit is that?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, she ran after Majors like the T-1000. And it was in black and white, man. It was at night. Like, that's wild. Look at this. Look at this.
This jaw-dropping surveillance tape.
Wasn't nobody out on the street or nothing. Like, man, what's man, I'm sorry, man. This is wild, man. This is wild. This is insane. Who's gonna do this? Who's doing this, man? It should never get to this point. It should never get to this point. I'm gonna read Carlton's comment again. Majors and his ex were running down the street like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon. Look at this shit.
For this jaw-dropping surveillance tape where it appears Jabari is pursuing Majors after a physical back and forth in the SUV over a text he received from another woman named Cleopatra. And then...
Hey, tell me why it looked like he was trying to get into the end zone, man. That's crazy. And then, like...
named Cleopatra. And then the big moment where Majors is accused of pushing her back into the SUV. The next day is when Jabari is found on the floor of the walk-in closet. Majors called cops when he couldn't get inside.
I banged on the door. I've been at the apartment for about 40 minutes now.
So Majors is the one that called the police. Now, see, listen, man, listen. You know what's crazy? What's crazy is the fact that you got dudes. You know what I'm saying? You have dudes who are in power, right? Who know these psycho behaviors. They know that this behavior is psycho. They've dealt with people like this. It's diagnoses about stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? In the DSM-5. Oh, shout out to Torian. Megan Good was the woman on the other end of the phone that night. Ah, okay. Man, she had Jonathan Majors had them 3 triangles on his head when she was chasing him down the street. He had them 3 triangles, them 3 little dots, and she was chasing after him. Now, I don't know this, right? Like, I cannot say this from a place of fact. I'm saying this from a place of opinion, but it is my opinion that this is a behavior outburst that she's doing right here. You went and laid your crazy ass down on that floor and locked the door so that he would have to call the police because you didn't have the heart to call the police on your own just to get him in trouble to mess his shit up. That's why it's important to know the type of people that you're dealing with. If you running up and down the street like Tom and Jerry, the outdoor edition, stop. Like Michael Jordan said, get help.
The next day is when Jabari is found on the floor of the walk-in closet. Majors called cops when he couldn't get inside.
I banged on the door.
Now, who put her on that damn floor? Didn't know who put her on the floor. She put herself on the damn floor. And it's blatantly obvious. Shout out to Star Child. Star Child says she was texting her friend 13 minutes before Jonathan Majors showed up. Yeah. And then she laid herself back down looking like she was in a damn casket. Right. Toria said Rob has begun to clap. You know what that means. Facts.
Been at the apartment for about 40 minutes now. I couldn't get in. I finally went downstairs and asked the doorman to help us. They let me in via the handyman.
In the aftermath, cops are seen talking to Majors. They look around the apartment from the bedroom with the unmade bed to the sprawling living room area. Majors is seen on the phone.
Look at it. Hold on real quick, man. Let's just back this up, man. Look at that living room. Look at that view. Look at that. Man, I wish I had some shit like that. Man, listen. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. On another note, that's a nice spot. Look at that view. And he willing to throw it all away on trying to turn a party girl into Coretta Scott King. Bro, you like, what? Listen, man, I'm not trying to be funny. Grace Jabari is the kind of chick you leave the money on the nightstand at the hotel and you dip. That's Grace Jabari. Leave the money on the nightstand and bounce. And if you see him in public again, act like you don't know. That's it. That's not somebody that you wife up and be like, I want you to be my first lady. No, bruh.
Sprawling living room area. Majors is seen on the phone. Then Jabari surfaces dressed in a sweatshirt and jeans. She leaves the apartment and is seen making calls on the elevator.
So now they said that Jonathan Majors berated his ex-girlfriend in a recorded rant. Here's my question for y'all. Where did he berate her? All he said was, don't be coming home drunk, and I want you to be I want you to be a better woman, which is something that you're not capable of. Look, now I want y'all to see the Variety article that Variety put out. Variety sit up here talking about disturbing Jonathan Majors texts and audio released in court. I'm a great man and I'm doing great things for my culture and the world. The only thing that I think is disturbing about this is that Jonathan Majors didn't know how to identify a problematic female. I don't think that his text messages were, I don't think that the conversation that he had was disturbing or berating. What's wrong? You're not seriously? So like, if next time somebody does something and they girlfriend or wife or husband yells at them and they did some shit, there's times when I deserve to get yelled at. I do some shit and I deserve to get yelled at. You know what I'm saying? And I know I deserve to get yelled at. That's not berating. Berating is when you go overboard. He ain't even call her the B word or none of that. He didn't call her the B word. You know what I'm saying? He didn't call her a 304. And on top of it, he was playing with her. Ooh, baby, please, was what he was doing on the phone. Ooh, baby, please be better. Please be better. He did the "Ooh baby please." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. The mainstream media is going to run their cycle of propaganda because of the interracial dynamic here. Jonathan Majors is a black man. Grace Jabari is a white woman today. Shout out to my man, We Lit. What's good with it, bro? She put charges on him after chasing him down the street like the T-1000, by the way. Chasing him down the street like Usain Bolt. Her name should be Insane Bolt because she is insane. The only thing disturbing about Jonathan Majors' text is that they just, they kind of show that Jonathan Majors is very blue-pilled, you know what I'm saying, and very naive. And it's just crazy how, like, a lot of these naive dudes, they have so many resources available to them. But then the people that make the content like this, that's supposed to, kind of be guidance, they say that being naive, it really doesn't have any kind of effect on your resources. This does. This does. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask you guys this. Several disturbing text messages and an audio recording from Jonathan Majors' ongoing trial for alleged assault have been made public by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Now, let me ask you guys this. Is there anything about those text messages that would make you just think Jonathan Majors beat the brakes off this chick? As I'm listening to this, man, this just screams. The fact that Jonathan Majors is pleading to her about staying home, the fact that Jonathan Majors was running for his life from her down the street at night, does that just scream he's just a violent brute that was just whooping her ass? Even when he picked her up, all he did was picked her up, put her in the car. Oh my God, it's just so bad. Listen, man, let's keep it a buck. Everybody done snatched somebody up before. There's a difference between snatching somebody up and abusing them. You know what I'm saying? That's all Jonathan Majors did was snatch her ass up. At least on this, a video that they had. So now here it says the newly released evidence, which was shown in court last week, is between Majors and his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, who accused him of assaulting her in the backseat of a car in March. The evidence includes text messages. Now, look, check this out, right? I want y'all to notice something. When it comes to these Grace Jabaris, when it comes to these Courtney Clinneys, when there's evidence that's shown, don't you guys find it ironic that the evidence always shows these chicks being especially aggressive and violent? They got her chasing him up the damn street like Pepe Le Pew chasing the black cat. Courtney Clinny busting Christopher Obumselli upside his head in the damn elevator. The evidence always shows these chicks being aggressive. Yeah, and I agree, Torian. Big facts. If you guys agree with Torian, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Torian says they have to harp on these text messages because they have no winning case. That's a fact. That's a fact. Will it? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. These chicks are aggressive. The evidence includes text messages in which look at this. I didn't know this. Majors threatened to delete himself, and an audio recording of an argument in which Majors told Jabari she needed to act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. Damn, that's really bad. That's really abusive. How dare you expect a ratchet to have some couth about herself? How dare you? Jay, I'm telling you, he's like, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. Oh, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was, ooh, baby, pleasing it up. You know what I'm saying? But this is serious, though, man. This part right here, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, this is the reason why this is serious. There's a lot of men who delete themselves as a result of a relationship not working out. You think she cares? She don't care. Why? You got everything in the world, bro. Listen. Let me get your apartment, bro. Just having that apartment would be enough to make my day better. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I really hooked up, man. I really hooked the live streams up then. If I had that as the background, what? Y'all would never have to complain about me turning the camera off anymore. Every day would be just talking with TD and Rob. You know what I'm saying? This dude has all kinds of shit going for him. And I don't know if he was telling the truth or not. He probably was for real. Who knows? But he put it on text that he was ready to delete himself over this thought. This is not just a low value thought. This is a no value thought. He's ready to delete himself over it. I'm going to tell you guys something, man. To all the dudes in the building and to all the women in the building, right? Because remember, if you're a woman, listen to this from a woman's perspective, not from a man's perspective. Don't ever delete yourself over somebody else, man. You can't control somebody else and what somebody else does. If somebody else is not being the person that you want them to be, there's no reason for you to delete yourself. You know what I'm saying? Men lead in suicide. And one of the reasons why men lead in suicide is because a lot of times men cannot take a relationship failing. They can't take their family being broken apart. A lot of time and investment goes into that. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, Torian. Even if he is not found guilty, his reputation is tarnished. Facts. I didn't know this, Star Child. Star Child says she had a boyfriend that committed suicide already. She looks like the type that'll drive you crazy. I can't say it enough. She looks like the type that'll drive you crazy. I'm not surprised about that. She had another boyfriend that deleted himself. She probably completely drained him. Yeah, Star Child got all the inside scoop. Shout out to Star Child. So, you know, we know most of this stuff already. You know what I'm saying? Here's Jonathan Majors. Here's the text messages. What the hell? Okay, so he said it's well, let me see. Hold on. So I think these are his right here. The blue ones. So she says it's just fake. And you have, I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions. And as I don't think you actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you do lie and they suspect something. I will tell the doctor I bumped my head if I go. I'm going to give it one more day, but I can't sleep and I need some stronger painkillers. That's all. Why would I want to tell them what really happened when it's clear that I want to be with you? Like, bro, you tripping, bro. Oh, he's the back. He's the black. Oh, yeah. He's the black. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because it's showing him as the contact. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I feel like you want to be together, as in to not embarrass yourself for everything you've said to your friends and family. Last night, I considered deleting myself versus coming home. You said you needed love last night, and I put my feelings aside and tried to give you that. I need love too. Or maybe I'm such a monster and a horrible man that I don't deserve it, and I should just delete myself. This way of existence is miserable. I feel like you want to be together as to not embarrass yourself. Okay, we already read that. And also right here, he says, I want to die. So they redacted this whole, oh, this is what this is. This whole thing right here has been redacted. So now here it says, I will not go to the doctor if you don't feel safe with me doing so or don't trust me to. I promise I would never mention you, but I understand your fear. You can't reject love if there is no real love. It's just lip service. I gave you love last night and this morning before I got out of bed. When you got up, you were not full of love at all. I didn't feel it. You could have just given me a hug or walked close to me or asked me if you could give me a hug, not the other way around. It worked both ways. I will probably, so I think he made a typo, but it's supposed to say delete myself. It's not really contemplating anymore. So who is this asking for painkillers? She said she can't sleep and she needs some stronger painkillers. So she's strung out. You know what I'm saying? I told you she did. I told you she did all kind of nonsense. She strung the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, she needs some more painkillers. You can't reject love if there's no real love. It's just lip service. I gave you love last night, blah, 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 blah. I will, it's not really contemplating. I'm a monster. I'm a horrible man. Jonathan, you can't say this. I'm going to have to call someone. I'm sorry for not hugging you this morning. I really am. I was sleepy and disoriented by the fact that I thought I would break your necklace. I love you so much, obviously. What do you mean you've put this in motion? Jonathan, you can't say this. I'm going to have to call someone. I'm not sorry. Wait, I'm sorry for not hugging you. So I don't know why they keep doing this right here. Okay. You have a family, Jonathan, a mother and a daughter. What would Ella do without you? Don't do this. Don't even think these thoughts. They got this. They got a extremely toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? This relationship right here, this is nonsense. Now, I don't know what happened to her hand. And honestly, I ain't trying to be funny, but she probably did all this to herself, for real. Because how did that happen? What, he yanked her up by her ear or some shit? Like, come on, man. And I'm not, but this, how she injured this finger right here, I wouldn't be surprised if she injured her finger from pushing him. Yeah, that's from her grabbing him. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, bruh. So we're gonna look at a couple videos. The People magazine. I'm gonna just show this real quick. People Magazine put out this article right here talking about Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. Defense says actor is innocent in closing remarks. I think that he's innocent. I don't think that he's guilty of anything. I also don't think that he berated her in his phone call or anything. Honestly, I think that if anything, people should be concerned for Jonathan Majors' mental health. Dealing with a psychotic woman is extremely, extremely mentally taxing, which is one of the reasons why a lot of dudes don't survive psychotic women. You know what I'm saying? So Amazing Lucas did a video on this, you know what I'm saying? And Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, he did 2 videos on it. So I'm interested to see what Amazing Lucas said. Shout out to Deformed Pretty Boy. Deformed Pretty Boy said, nah, after seeing that video, how he was running from her, it was her. Bro, yeah, no doubt. And again, shout out to Carlton Way. We got to make sure that we get that visual down. He was running like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, that was some funny shit. God damn, that was funny. All right, hold on real quick. So, yeah, so we got this. And I don't know if we're going to look at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews video. Well, if y'all want to look at that, if y'all want to look at it, let me know. If y'all don't want to look at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with not looking at it too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts, Patrick. If you guys agree with Patrick, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. The media definitely trying to spin it in her favor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my goodness. So I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, you're probably not going to like this take, okay? You're probably not going to like this take. Having said that, I'm gonna continue, okay? Now, what this has to deal with is Jonathan Majors, okay? And Jonathan Majors was hit with, accusations of him abusing his girl. Now, what has recently happened is that the audio, and now...
Hey, hey, look at Amazing Lucas's shirt. Amazing Lucas shirts be out of pocket. I don't know if people be ever noticing, but Amazing Lucas's shirts be out of pocket.
We even have video footage of what transpired. And let's just say that it's pretty much, exactly the opposite of what she said happened. Damn. Now, I'm not going to say that he's walked away unscathed. I'm not going to say that. There's clearly been some damage to his name, 100%. Because anytime, I don't care who you are, anytime someone associates you or links your name in a sentence that has to do with any type of DV, it's game over, bro. It's just game over. That's not what you want. Okay, is what it is. Now, the audio, it is creme de la creme, because how it was reported was that
he said the audio is he said the audio is creme de la creme, man. Amazing Luke is crazy. Yo, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not smashed the like button, please take a moment. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, please take a moment and hit that bell. And also, please share the stream wherever you're watching to your social media.
He was telling her she needs to be like Coretta Scott King, and she needs to be like Michelle Obama. And people ran with that. Okay, I know I had a few jokes myself. Like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And the audio comes out, and it's even worse.
Hey, man, everybody is laughing at that. Everybody is laughing at that part, man. That's just wild to me. That's just wild to me, man. Like, that's just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. That's just crazy.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, it's even worse. My heart is just, it's shattered, because this man is talking to his woman, and he's like, listen, I'm doing great things for the culture. You know, the world's on my back, yada, yada, yada. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, maybe there's some movies that I missed of him that really had an impact on the culture, but I don't know, you doing Kane ain't really doing anything for the culture pimping. But I digress.
Oh man. Hey, that's facts. That's facts. Hey, if y'all agree with Amazing Lucas's take, I don't know why people would think that. I don't know why Amazing Lucas would think that people wouldn't agree with this take. I don't agree with Amazing Lucas's takes a lot of times, but so far I don't disagree with what he's saying.
The point he's making, right? He said, "Hey, I'm a great man. I'm trying to do great things. Okay, I work for it, and I need a great woman." Oh, pimping.
Then how dare you come home dropping the sturdy piece of our house when we have a plan?
I'm
I would
sorry.
like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go,
Man, she is a ignorant passport chick. She is a ignorant, ratchet, undocumented cis. Those are the worst.
so I think Rachel's gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support.
Pimping. That's all he wanted. He's like, I need a great woman. Y'all know Coretta Scott King, okay? MLK's wife. You know Michelle Obama, okay? His wife, all right? They're behind their man. They're behind their man, and they're supporting him, and they're doing great things. And it's sad, bro. All this man wants is a good woman.
Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife.
Now, check this out, man. This is what I'm saying. Is Jonathan Majors blue pilled? If Jonathan Majors is blue pilled, give me a thumbs up. If Jonathan Majors is not blue pilled, give me a thumbs down. This is blue pilled. This is blue pilled.
Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights.
Just because look, again, I'm gonna tell dudes this. You just because you have a woman does not mean that your woman shares your plan. Your woman got her own agenda and her own plan, bruh. Believe that. You know what I'm saying?
So you did not do that. You
Sorry.
did not do that.
I'm sorry.
That's all he wants. That's all it apparently seems he wants based off the audio. And then we look at the video. Oh, pimping. We look at the video and it gets so.
Shout out to Shabazz. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, that's what I said, Deneen. That's just wild to me. Like, that's just wild, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Grace Jabari is the type of chick you leave the money on the dresser and bounce. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for a good time. I'll see you never again, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
point where they're in some type of tussle. And it seems like very much she's the aggressor, okay? Because she's grabbing on him, holding on to him. It gets to a point where this man had to run away. This man had to run away like he was Sonic. Just, bro, they should have had him. You know what? They got the casting wrong. They should have had a little dude in Kane and should have had.
Hey, like, didn't anybody, like, people that was out on the street, like, they was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jonathan Majors just ran up the street. Like, yo, that's crazy. Could you imagine, like, if you was outside right there, like, yo, the hell? Wasn't that the dude that played in Kang or whatever? Oh, what if y'all was walking down the street and y'all just seen a bunch of Hollywood celebrities just running up the street? What you got going on right here? It's crazy.
Bro, they should have had him. You know what? They got the casting wrong. They should have had a little dude in Kane and should have had Jonathan Majors in the Flash. They wouldn't even had to do CGI. The way he was running, he would have. Bro, this man had to go at least a few blocks. This man had to go at least a few blocks.
Oh man, yo, that running scene was crazy. Why would you let it get to that? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's crazy. Yo, man, that's wild, man. That's wild. That is wild, bro. That's crazy.
He was running away from crazy. That's what he was doing, running away from crazy. And what, man, to add insult to injury, the reason.
See, Lucas saying the same thing that I'm saying. Lucas saying the same thing that I'm saying. And the reason why I kind of understand the reason why Lucas said that a lot of people aren't gonna like this take, because if you ask me, one thing that we just have to understand is that the majority of men nowadays are simps. The majority of men are simps. The majority of men will say one thing in one place and do completely different shit behind the scenes. Shout out to my man, Keep It 100. They will say one thing out in the public, and then behind the scenes, they doing that, ooh, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Majors did not have a degrading conversation with her. Jonathan Majors degraded himself in this situation. And the reason why Jonathan Majors degraded himself is because he's sitting here expecting this visible, like it is visible that this chick is a party girl. He's expecting this visibly obvious party girl to change into some type of woman. He expects her to bust out some type of cocoon from a slop caterpillar into a butterfly, and that shit's not happening. That chick put on an act to make it seem like she's somebody that he could deal with, and then as soon as he got stuck into dealing, then the real came out. She should have been in the damn Marvel movie as a shape-shifting bitch named Mystique. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with Jonathan Majors. This motherfucker done played in so many damn Marvel movies, he fell in love with Mystique. Because her ass shape-shifted from whatever the hell. Shout out to the Kingdom. Kingdom says she was a pro dancer. It makes sense to expect discipline from her. To me, it don't matter if she's a pro dancer. There's plenty of women that are pro athletes that are still bust downs. Just because you're a pro dancer don't mean that you don't like to get, you know what I'm saying, bent up and bent over. Like, seriously? And also, just because you're a pro dancer doesn't mean that you give it up at a compliment. She looks like the type that does. I don't care if she got a black belt in Taekwondo, Jeet Kune Do, Kempo, or Kung Fu. She looked like the chick from Pulp Fiction and acts like her too. And in those text messages, he said that he was willing to delete himself because she wasn't acting right, man. I'm gonna tell dudes, don't ever delete yourself because some female's not acting right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chaos Rain. What's good with it? As soon as she got with him, she backed off work, and that's facts. Yeah. You know, she thought she had a, well, she did. She had a meal ticket. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, and shout out to my man Keep It 100. I got my man Keep It 100. He about to lay down the official ruling on this. Would you say that Jonathan Majors is blue pilled? We already know that Destiny is blue pilled. Now, see, and check this out, right? As far as that discussion about the resources and shit like that, look at all the resources that Jonathan Majors fitting to lose because of this shit right here. How many millions of dollars in contracts did he lose because he don't know how to navigate a woman? Kingdom said, I mean, as a pro dancer, he wouldn't expect her to be out drunk partying every day. How could she maintain that level of dancing job? The reality, she did. Shit, look at Dennis Rodman. If you're an athlete or if you got some type of athletic abilities, a lot of times it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? You could be functional and party and kick it and still do your job. Listen, I was a functional academic when I was going to college. Man, I kicked it like a motherfucker and still have my grades intact. People didn't know how I did it. I couldn't tell you how I did it, but I did because I wasn't about to pay for no extra years of school. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if Megan tripping or not, but I think that in this situation with this Grace Jabari, man, he was straight up blue pilling it up. He was blue pill suppository. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Majors was blue pill suppository. Grace was chasing him down the street. Her name should be Chase Jabari instead of Grace Jabari. What y'all think about that? Should we change her name to Chase Jabari? Because she was chasing his ass all up and down the block.
Why he was saying all this stuff on the audio and going through all these things, because she clearly is an alcoholic, okay? Allegedly, even according to the testimony, they're like, yo, she had a lot of drink. And she came in drunk. She came in drunk. He's like, why would you come in drunk and disturb my, the family's peace, the home's peace? Oh, so sad. So sad. Pimpin'. Let me tell you my take.
Bro, you ain't never lied. Nigga was running to the multiverse, bro. That's facts. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? Chase Jabari. You know what I'm saying?
Take on this. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. I'm just warning you. I'm warning you. I don't give a flying flip. Not at all. Don't give two shites. Not two iotas about this situation. None. Don't care, Pimpin', at all. Because let me just tell you something. Jonathan Majors is a grown-ass man. Just like Johnny Depp was a grown-ass man. Okay? And if I'm not going to cry and weep over a woman making stupid decisions, I'm sure as hell not going to cry and weep over a man making stupid decisions. You a grown-ass man. You want me to be upset that you decided to get with an alcoholic? I don't know what I have to do to explain.
See, so check this out. So apparently old girl is an alcoholic, right? Listen, man, I'm keep trying to ask y'all, how can people not look at that chick and tell that she's a party girl? She's a party favor. Any dude that's been out and about, the kind of look. And he's trying to wife it.
Some of y'all, all right? Maybe we need to have more Peep Game Tuesdays, all right? Have it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Listen, you get what they sock. That is on you. For game knows game, and you looking unfamiliar right about now. It's as simple as that. Y'all mofos, I want you, do you understand? Let me show you. It's the equivalent. Look, this is a sock, right? This is a sock. Now, would I put a ring on this sock? No, right? Would you? No, right? Would I go out to dinner and go, oh, hey, sock. Oh, you look so good today. Let's go out to eat. Would you do that? Or would you consider me, if you were to see me out at dinner, at Masters or something, with this in the chair, would you be like, hey, that dude's a little unstable. That guy's probably a little unhinged. That's the same exact thing. Okay, it's the same exact thing. Y'all are getting with socks. Stop getting with socks, okay? I don't know what you want to know what this sock is going? It's going on my foot.
Bro,
that's where the sock is going. It's going on my.
You ain't never lied. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Dudes be trying to tame crazy chicks. Now, remember, though, we're not supposed to be having this conversation because this don't have shit to do with resources. Jonathan Majors' interaction with this psychotic nutcase don't have a damn thing to do with a drop of resources. This was a zero-cost situation for Jonathan Majors. This cost him no money, right? He didn't lose no contracts because of this, right? His interaction with this psycho had no impact on his resources, right? So these conversations don't need to be had. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back to the undocumented bros tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's that. I'm going to just go back to the undocumented bros. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be that. Shout out to Torian. Torian said, remember, they said they love crazy Latinas because they're so spicy. I got a video coming up this week about one of them that is going to blow your mind. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? It don't blow my mind. Here go my thing, bro. What? How is crazy? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand when dudes say that. The crazy is attractive. Like, there's nothing there's zilch attractive about crazy. I seen one of my homeboys got with a crazy chick, bro. You know what I'm saying? She was crazy. She was crazy. She got inside of his head. He got into an altercation with her baby dad, and my man is doing life in jail, and so is she right now for him not regulating the crazy of a crazy chick. Somebody, Starchild has said in the comment section that Grace Jabari's ex-boyfriend deleted himself. Do not deal with these crazy women, man. Do not deal with them. I'm telling you this. I don't want to dox my man, you know what I'm saying? But if I can prove this about this individual, you know what I'm saying, who was dealing with this woman. He was a good stand-up dude, good reputation at work, nice. Nobody ever saw it coming. He got with this chick, and she got inside of his head, and it was a wrap. And everybody, all of his friends, all of us was like, yo, man, get away from her, bro. She tripping. She got you tripping now. You doing weird shit, bro. He ain't listen. Nah, you know, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Get a phone call next morning. Yo, Rob, did you see what happened over there in Goodyear Heights? What you mean what happened in Goodyear Heights? Whoa. Yeah, it was one of them type things. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them type things. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that I know this dude was a good dude. I know him personally. I would have never thought that homeboy was capable of something like that. But he got with that chick, and she got inside of his head. And a lot of times when chicks get inside your head, how you thinking crazy stuff, you'll believe it. If I sat here and said that, you know, that shit ain't never happened to me before, I'd be lying. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't go as far as to, you know what I'm saying, like ruin my life in that way. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've ruined my life in other ways. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it takes people to deal with that kind of situation to be able to learn from it. Now, since then, I've learned from it, right? But this is what I'm talking about. This right here is why the importance of content creators like Keeping 100 in the comment section. Because if Jonathan Majors had been exposed to that type of content, or if he had at least had an influence in his life that was like, yo, let me take you aside real quick. Let me holler at you about this kind of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, from a man-to-man perspective, he might have been able to secure his resources better, because right now his resources, which is his career, is not secured. And it's not secured as a result of attempting to turn a ratchet into a decent quality chick. And it's mad dudes out here that do that. It's mad dudes out here that try to turn horrible quality women into decent women because they think it's the last piece that they ever gonna touch, the last piece that they ever gonna see. In a world with all these damn people in it, how is that even mathematically possible? But that's what a lot of dudes trick themselves into thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, dudes are susceptible to committing suicide as a result of this kind of foolery. Y'all seen them text messages where Jonathan Majors was like, oh, you know, I was thinking about deleting myself. He ain't the only person. That some people have actually gone that extra step and have done that. But again, it's a whole slew of content creators out there sitting up there telling people, don't talk about this kind of shit because it don't have shit to do with your real life. How do it not have anything to do with your real life if we're literally watching the Jonathan Majors trial as a result of this shit? Shout out to Jay. What's good with it, bro?
Because that's where socks belong. Some of y'all need to understand how to vet women properly. The vet program coming out next year, February 14th. That's the scheduled release. The vet program. That's what some of y'all need. Some of y'all don't know how to vet women properly. Because listen, for those of us who know, right, we can tell. It's like being Neo in this world. It's like with the code. You know, in the code in the Matrix, where he can see the code. Oh, that's an agent. That's a doorway. That's an exit. Right. That's what it's like. And you do not treat a sock like you would wifey. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. And here's the thing. Here's the difference. Because some of y'all want to make excuses. That's the same thing y'all want to do with other women. And other videos talking about, oh, how can you say that about her? Why can it? Listen, because it is what it is. It is what it is. Not every woman was put on this planet to be a wife. Not every woman was put on this planet to be a mother.
That's facts. That's facts. But you know what's crazy though? The biggest resistance of somebody saying this kind of shit will come from other simp ass dudes. Amazing Lucas can sit here and say this, and even the women that watch his content will be like, yeah, you know, we agree with that. Like, that's true. Like, everybody ain't meant to be a wife or a mother. Simp, sucker, spineless, pathetic ass dudes will be the ones that jump out the window and try to tell Amazing Lucas that he's wrong about what he's saying. Like, make it make sense.
I hope y'all understand that. That has nothing to do with me. That's just me recognizing God's talents. That's all that is. That's just me recognizing game. Okay, got you. The problem comes is when you try to force feed wifey material to a sock. You can't give solid food to a baby. It can't digest it. So that's the same thing you're doing right now. Jonathan Majors is trying to make a sock into a housewife. You can't do that. Go find yourself a housewife. It's as simple as that. She coming home drunk. He talking. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to say that there are some cases where these women, you think that they're a sock and they turn out to be a housewife. Sure, there's some outliers, but you can't cause that to happen. They have to choose that. That's what you have to understand. No matter how much you plead with them, how much you beg, please, baby, please, I wish you'd just be good to me, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, man, Amazing Lucas is saying the exact same shit that I said, man. Exact same shit that I said. I don't know what Jonathan Majors thought, man. He must not have never had a speech like, you know, never had a talk with like an older, you know, uncle or, you know what I'm saying, like his dad or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, like what Lucas is saying is 100% spot on. And this was crazy. Lucas knows that the majority of dudes nowadays are simps because he came out. I thought he was going to say some wild out of pocket shit. Like he was like, people may not like my take. As far as I'm concerned, this is the right take. Like you nailed it. You know what I'm saying? Star Child said, I hope he watches your show. Who? Amazing Lucas? Man, you know how these people are on YouTube, man. He ain't about to watch my show. And then even if he did watch my show, he's not going to admit to it. Everybody on YouTube got the egos is there. Everybody competing and shit. Ain't nobody going to admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be crazy like me to admit shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jonathan Majors definitely ain't finna watch my shit. He gonna get mad. And if he do watch my shit, he gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying? Now, he'll get more mad at me for calling him all kind of simps and blue pill than he will be at Grace Jabari for destroying his career. Because that is what people do. I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Majors watched my show. Jonathan Majors will have a whole nuclear reaction, flip all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Call the best bagel-eating lawyer that he can find. You know what I'm saying? And try to get me scrapped off the internet for no reason. My little tiny ass 42 live viewers in here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Torian. Torian says, I'll toot my own horn right quick. I know Lucas watches me because I heard him say it multiple times. People told me he mentioned me, shouted me out. Yeah, he probably do, bro. And speaking of which, Professor Black Truth shouted you out in the moment of in the moment of truth this morning too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's good. I shout you out all the time, but ain't nobody fucking with me and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Your boy toxic out here. Ain't nobody fucking with me. So it's all good though. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to happen, bro. In many cases, it's their nature. It's who they are. And it's not any fault of yours. Whatever circumstances that led them to down this path to where they are, it is what it is. Okay? Go find you wifey. Now, the problem with wifey is that it's a heavy competition. That's the issue. Some of y'all talking about, well, I can't find wifey. All these women is 304s, pimping. That's not how that works, okay? There are two things, accessible and do you qualify? That's what it boils down to in nearly 99.9% of things in life, okay? Now, you have to ask yourself, do you qualify? Do you? Some of y'all don't even qualify. Some of y'all going by wifey all the time, but you just don't qualify. So when you approach wifey and wifey shoots you down, because wifey has some common sense and she can tell a sock from hubby, right? She knows, oh, you on that sock light, I'm good, and you get shot down. It's as simple as that. Or you're a hubby in training. You're not fully there, but you working. Okay, well, maybe she wants.
All right, man. Like, I just wanted to hear about the Jonathan Major shit. I don't really need to hear all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Blue pill for sure, man, if you ask me, with Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying? And, I wish him the best. I don't think that he is guilty of any type of DV. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's guilty of any type of domestic violence and shit like that. But you know what he's up against as far as dealing with the mainstream media and all of that nonsense. And they're gonna try to run him through the water, run him through the fire and shit. So we shall see. But I don't know, man. Maybe somebody might want to have him listen to The Business, or have him listen to Kevin Samuels or shit. Have him subscribe to my man Keep It 100 channel. You know what I'm saying? But homeboy, you gotta get your shit right, bro. Like you can't be out here making them fatal type errors like that. Cause some shit like this happened to you one time, people might feel bad for you or whatever. You start having a pattern of shit like this, you know what I'm saying? And people gonna not really care no more. That's why Will Smith kind of, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really rocking with the Will Smith situation, because he on this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Torian said, Now, why do you think the lamestream media pushes the black simp more than the white simp? This is blowing up more than Johnny Depp ever did. Because simps are weak and they're able to be used as tools. Like me and Keep It 100 have had this conversation. The simps are not far removed from coons. You know what I'm saying? They damn near the same thing, for real, for real. And so the ideal black person that the mainstream media would like to see, a manageable black person, is a coon. And the closest thing to a coon is a simp. So if you have some docile, dumb black dude that don't know how to navigate his way around women, and you know what I'm saying, and they can have all of these exposés of showing him at his weakest point, that right there, putting that image out, that's the image that they want to show so that they could produce more people like that. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it entertaining to them, but it's also functional for them, because that creates more controllable black men. It makes them less problematic. You can't have everybody just crazy. Like you just cannot have an unstable, loose cannon like me running around. You got to keep those down to a minimum. It's all about quality control. You know what I'm saying? It's all about numbers too, quantitative easing. They want to make things as convenient, easy, and comfortable for themselves as you can. And if you show the image of an alpha black male being rewarded, that's going to cause problems, because no alpha black male is going to sit there and just, you know, be okay with living in this world the way that it is. Yeah, you're going to have Majors talking about, what about black on black crime? I wouldn't be surprised if he said it already. And that's why they're remaking The Color Purple now. And I mean, yeah, but then again, though, look who's the biggest people that support The Color Purple, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's a demand for that shit, because if it wasn't a demand for it, it wouldn't be no supply. You know what I'm saying? Look what they did to Nate Parker, and they still be lying on that man. They still lie on that man. And that's one of the reasons, man. Like, people need to start making like mad videos about Elvis Presley being with 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds and shit. Johnny Cash. These old perverts that actually did shit that everybody tries to herald as heroes and shit. No evidence of Michael Jackson doing anything, and these fucking people have the nerve to sit there and try to disrespect him on some shit that has never been proven in court. Same with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys leave your thoughts after the stream. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon twice. Smash that like button. Share the stream to your social media. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up, look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really him. Don't believe me? Come and see me. Got 3 wishes from my genie. Now I'm on your local TV. Y'all on tour, got demons. Say she wanna come and see me when I'm in a local city. I'm like, pause though. Please step aside so they can see me. And I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. On God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really Niggas from my city, that's on money, that's on Kiwi, that's on mamas. Niggas don't believe me, come and see me. I been dodging all that face. All these niggas working broke, but I been getting paid. All that know me from the street. Action for what feature, that's like every other week. Talk behind my back, I kick my feet up, have a seat. Cause at the end of the day, all these watching me as I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey.